getting shot at 10 years old, like it was normal. That's how Chicago is. That's how I grew up.
The work comes from a place of pain. Going back to when I was a teenager, 15, 16, 17, playing basketball on the South and West Sides, I had a series of older guys who frankly protected me, sort of gave me safe passage in and out of neighborhoods. And during that time, I started to lose some of those guys to gun violence. This crisis of gun violence felt like it was the crisis that was destroying our city, the cancer that was eating the soul of our city.
Unfortunately, Chicago has become the poster child for violence. So everyone is looking to us. And that's why it's critical that we get it right.
If you're serious about stopping shootings, you have to be able to work with the shooters and potential shooters.
The best outreach workers come from the gang lifestyle. We're relatable. We understand what the dynamics of the streets are.
We're talking about men and women who are from those neighborhoods, who have the same lived experiences, credibility, license to operate.
We're building relationships with these young people at the time when they feel like they don't have anybody but each other.
Network science is the study of relationships. Who do you know, who do you hang out with, and how people are connected. CRED can find the guys that are at the highest risk of being shot, like right now.
So you go right to the fires. We go to the communities that have the most violence.
Come here, let me talk to you. Let me change the situation. Let me move you away from this situation.
And street outreach are not just recruiting those men and women into our programs, but they're also doing conflict mediation. They're setting up non-aggression agreements between groups. Cool down the hot spots that drive the violence, and then you can cool down the city. That's what the data is pointing to.
Once we stop shooting, then what?
We can't just go out and ask guys to put the guns down. We have to have these components to make it all come together.
You playing father, brother, uncle, best friend, mentor. We play a lot of different roles as a life coach.
They be the ones that went through things like I did, so they understand me a lot more. We had deep conversations.
Once we showed that we're actually on your side and we're gonna walk this walk with you, they come around.
When they start seeing themselves as more than just a shooter and as someone that can change, that's when we know that they're on their way.
When I was 7, I remember looking out the window and I seen one dude, another dude came up to him, shot him. That haunted me for a long time.
All of this exposure to chronic stress and trauma, they're literally wired for fight or flight.
I felt so angry, and everybody used to tell me, oh, you'll be okay, you'll be fine. Well, I knew I wasn't fine inside.
A lot of what we do is helping them understand their emotions as well as how to regulate their behavior.
It just kind of opened your eyes to rationalize before you just make a decision off impulse and emotion. There are other ways to do things than just picking up a gun every time you get irritated.
They put me back in high school and I graduated in 2 months.
Once I started applying myself, I get back into school, I'm learning new things.
What you begin to see is a new person. You get a chance to see who they are, their gifts, their talents, what they came to bring, and how they can deliver it, and it's awesome.
They want deployment. They want to have jobs. They want a different life.
Prior to being in CRED, I never worked a job. Now I'm able to provide for my family in a legit way.
Every individual that comes through the CRED doors is worth it. The men and the women are dynamic, they're creative. They will figure out how to make things happen.
they don't want to continue in the lifestyle that they've been living. It's just a matter of finding the pathway out of those circumstances.
Going to scale has to be the next most important goal.
It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal to go to a funeral every week.
The people in these communities deserve better. They deserve an opportunity for a good education. They deserve the best opportunity to be healthy and happy. They deserve safety.
Today, we are announcing the most ambitious effort anywhere in America.
We're pulling ourselves together to address the root causes of violence.
Together, we're only going to make a safer Chicago.
Change is possible because we have enough people around this city that want change to happen.
With a philanthropic community at the table, with a private sector at the table, with every piece of the public sector, we have a chance that I've honestly never seen in my lifetime.
When you begin to have hope that you could actually have a future.
And so I think at the end of the day, our work is to try and give young kids a chance on the South and West Sides to think and to plan and to dream about when I grow up, not if I grow up. We need to honestly, to make history.